if we could. You're an Army veteran. Yeah. You're also a biologist. So this film probably hits particularly close to home for you. Talk to us about what the West might still misunderstand about the CCP's biosecurity ambitions.
Very important question, and actually, I think we fall way behind the reality here. And we talk about CCP's bioweapon program. To most of the national security experts in the United States, your mindset is still the traditional biological weapons. You think about anthrax, right? You think about the traditional neurotoxin. But it has already evolved. And in 2016, Xi Jinping established the Joint Commission for Military-Civil Fusion. So that definitely significantly boosts the development of the biological weapons. Under military-civil fusion, so many civilian institutes can conduct dual usage research and develop biological weapons. Even just recently, for example, I'll give you one example. There's one researchers in Jilin Agricultural University. His name is Zhao Zhongzhen. He did gain-of-function studies on avian flus. Right? So if you look at it, you just feel it's just a civilian. But if you track him in detail, he's actually receiving merit awards from PLA. So he's a PLA officer. So it's very easy for them to disguise their military purpose. And then also, now we're actually into a new paradigm right now, because the synthetic biology has progressed so fast with the integration of AI technology. Now you can develop engineered microbes so easily, so cheap. It's totally unprecedented risk at this moment. In the past, it may cost a few dollars to manufacture like one nucleotide. Right? Now it's just a pennies, so cheap and so fast, and they can design dangerous pathogens through AI-assisted program, and they can easily find out which way you can make it more transmissible, which way to make it more pathogenic, and which way it can escape the immune system. Everything can be quickly designed and then manufactured. So which ethnic group they want to target, it's very easily to be manufactured, designed, manufactured, and then produced. Okay? So now we are in a totally different world right now. And another biggest threat, I actually recently mentioned to some of the congressional office here, is called mirror life engineering of microbes. Because molecules, for example, DNA usually is the right-hand chirality, right? So, and then all the protein are L-shaped. This is a natural forms. But if you make a mirror image of these molecules, it will be very hard to recognize by your own immune system. And it can proliferate without control, without checking in the natural world if it's released into the world. So nowadays, United States scientists as well as Chinese scientists are working on mirror life engineering. Okay, so right now they don't have the capability to produce a totally engineered microbe, but it's coming in a few years. Okay, and Chinese scientists in the Westlake University in Hangzhou, they just published recently, they can actually create the mirror image T7 polymerase. So they can, engineer enzyme right now can make mirror like form, reverse mirror image forms of the protein, the enzyme. So they're getting closer to that. And this is actually, the threat is like a nuclear weapon capability in the biotechnology field. So once they have the technology fully established, they can engineer microbes that your body cannot detect it with your own immune system. It can accumulate in your body organs, and it's very hard to degrade. And it can target specific ethnic group as well, okay, with specific receptor as a target. So it's a very dangerous situation, and we see a similar pattern. American scientists helping Chinese scientists developing their technology, just like the gain-of-function study, right? So scientists in the Broad Institute in Harvard University is working with the the scientist in the Westlake University. And the scientist in the Westlake University was a postdoc in Harvard before he went back to China. So they developed this technology together, just like the gain-of-function study, just like the story of Zhen Li. So now we are in a very, very dangerous situation. If United States did not put a stop, did not ban the whole research, it will create huge disaster. Okay, so actually last year there are about 38 scientists published an article in the Science magazine urge to stop this research globally. Of course, you cannot stop China at this moment, but at least you deliver a clear message to the scientists in the United States. You cannot support this kind of study. And there are scientists in the United States who have selected blindness on the risk of this kind of study. And maybe many of the journalists, many of the scientific journals won't publish this. You know, it's just like, it reminds me when Jordan and I, we talk about these CCP cover-up about the COVID, right? In the early 2000s, we think no journal will publish our article to argue about the origin of the COVID. It's just a situation that is very difficult. So that's why I actually want to say congratulations for the production team for this movie and the cast for this movie. It's so important. This film is actually in the forefront of this cognition war, you know, against CCP's cognitive warfare. I remember in the early 2000s when you talk about CCP's organ harvesting, people don't believe it. Medical doctors don't believe it. And the general public cannot believe these kind of evil exist. But then in the last 10 years, you see so many films talking about organ harvesting, right? Maybe just gangsters, you know, snatch people, take their organs. So people start to get used to this concept. If you disappear in China, maybe your organ gets stolen, right? So people start to open their mind to this possibility. So your film is very important to educate people about this unrestricted warfare. Then the people can think, oh, this can happen. The CCP's evilness can reach to this level, and we are in this war already, in the unrestricted warfare in the United States. So I actually hope to see more films coming out of your studio, and I think it will help a lot of people waking up. This is very, very important.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, as we can see, it is such a complicated subject. We're just